You have to put it, like, you have to jam it back in. Hello lovelies, welcome back to the channel. If you're brand new, thanks so much for stopping by. I'm Stephanie, aka Chubby Girl in the World, and today we are just gonna do play around with some makeup, and we're gonna do a fun Valentine's Day slash Galentine's Day look. And I've got some just sort of fun facts about Valentine's Day, and they came from like a Town and Country article. I'll link it down below in the description box, and whatever I'm wearing on my. I'm gonna do things a little bit differently because if you were going out for Valentine's Day, then that might be something where you might be going from work to dinner if you're going on the day, because I think it's a Wednesday this year. I'm going out for Galentine's Day on Tuesday with some gal pals, and I'm super excited about it. This e.l.f. micro, we're gonna take whatever setting spray you got, and we're gonna put it all over the face before you apply anything else. The reason, that doesn't taste good. Don't eat it. Just word to the wise. I've got my cafecito because it's 3:30 in the afternoon, and for some reason I've been like sleeping. Oh, you want to let the spray like dry down a little bit. For some reason I've been sleeping in the middle of the afternoon, and or like when I get home from work, I'll eat and then fall asleep and then wake up at like 2 in the morning and then can't go back to sleep. So I'm trying to keep myself awake. But now I'm gonna go in with, we're gonna do the eyes first. I'm gonna do the eyes first. I'm gonna do a cute pink look, but on the inner corner, I'm gonna do some cute like Arctic blue color. So if you don't know, Valentine's Day actually stems from the pagan holiday Lupercalia. And Lupercalia, it's a Roman holiday. That's like the earliest known like version of it, I guess, is where they took women, and it was a fertility like ritual, and they would take the hide of a pig and the hide of a dog, and they would dip like strips in the blood, and then they would whip the women with them to see if they could get be more fertile. So like if you wanted to have kids, that's what you would do. And then also it was a way for like single guys to go and choose their mates, choose their partners. Yeah, the most famous one, the most famous origin of Valentine's Day is actually from Saint Valentine. There's been a couple of Saint Valentines, and the most widely known story is the one where Emperor Claudius of the Roman variety had outlawed marriages because he didn't want the soldiers getting married, because he wanted them to he wanted people to sign up to become a soldier. So like the men in Rome at the time. So he's like, don't get married, become a soldier. And so he had outlawed marriages. So you didn't get any of the privileges or benefits of being married, and they needed soldiers. So that's what he did. Now, St. Valentine's, the one in that era, apparently married people in secret because he just like, was a lover boy, love. I'm just putting a like nice creamy transition color all over the lid. And he was a lover boy, love, and he was marrying people in secret. And the way Claudius rewarded him for that was to cut off his head. Super romantic, right? But the last thing that supposedly Saint Valentine wrote to someone from his jail cell was, "From your Valentine." Now, back in the like 1200s, 1400s, 1300s, being an emperor, well, even in the 15 and 1600s, not being an emperor, being a pope or a saint or a priest didn't necessarily preclude you from having children. The vow of chastity is actually a relatively new thing. This is just a light pink that I'm doing in the crease. It's Clove from the Ace Beaute palette. So we're just gonna put a light pink, or a wash of pink, and then we're gonna define the eye in a minute. But that is how that tradition of like Be My Valentine started, was because a guy wrote from your Valentine from his prison cell. So like, not really cool of Claudius, like, you know, Valentine was just a lover boy, just trying to spread love, y'all. Not super cool, man. Modern era commercial version of Valentine's Day didn't really get started until the Industrial Revolution, because of the printing press, and it was they had a lot cheaper postage. I'm gonna go in with this really dark kind of maroon shade. It's called Poppy in this palette, but you could use any dark shade, or even like a maroon or a dark purple even you could use. So, and I'm just gonna deepen up the outer corner and the crease here. And so that's how we get to the modern, like more industrial, like commercialized version of Valentine's Day. Now, here's the real tea. I had never seen it. I was looking for stuff to watch on, I think it was Hulu last night. And I had never seen the movie Valentine's Day. It's the one that like stars Ashton Kutcher and like Taylor Lautner and Taylor Swift, and you know, there's like a star-studded cast in it. And I won't ruin it, like if you want to see it. It is like a cute, feel-good movie, but not in the way like you think, and probably not in the way you want it to be. There is a lot of drama in it, and a lot of it is like the main character, the guy that Ashton Kutcher plays, is like, okay, I'll just say that a lot of the people around him know something that he doesn't. And yeah, and it's not what you think. But it is just really like, it's telling the story of all these different like Los Angeles people, and like the different kinds of love there are. And like, there's this one character who, she always throws this anti-Valentine's Day party. And, you know, I don't really like love what they did with that, but you'll see if you watch it. If you did watch it, like, don't ruin it for anybody in the comments, but like, email me, like, let's talk about it, or like DM me on TikTok. But I just really wish we could, do you ever get those spots on your eye, like right here, where like the color just won't stick unless you go over it again? It's like, it's weird. It happens to me like the first time, it never wants to stick. I don't know. I call it the cursed patch. But in any case, this is where we are so far. Also got a little bit of that going on. Usually if that happens, just take a blush brush and blur, but because we did the setting spray, you know what, we're gonna put blush on anyway, so it's fine. It's fine. But I wish that what would happen, normalize being single on Valentine's Day. Like, you don't have to have a date. You don't have to go out. You don't have to do anything, right? You could just focus on yourself. Like, that's a perfectly fine thing to do. I'm going in with a kind of like satiny pink, like more saturated pink shade. I don't normally love satin eyeshadows, but for this look that I'm going for, I think it'll work out really, really well. So again, I don't think you have to have a Valentine's Day. You don't have to even acknowledge that it's Valentine's Day. You could just be like, meh, it's just another day to me. It's just another Wednesday. And that's fine. Like, can we normalize just being happy on our own? Or can we normalize like taking yourself out to dinner? I mean, I wouldn't necessarily suggest it on Valentine's Day because it is, unless you've like made reservations or something for yourself, then like great. But I just like, if you don't want the crowds, hey, another great reason. Or if you do want company and you don't have a date, there's a look into a lot of like meetups and like singles like events and other stuff, but like don't be weird about it. I always have to say that because there's always gonna be somebody who's gonna try and like, I'm sorry, but this is really bugging me. There's always gonna be somebody who like gets in the comments and is like being weird at some event, and like nobody owes you attention on Valentine's Day, right? Nobody owes you anything. We don't owe anyone anything. Now, do we owe each other respect and kindness and consideration? That's like just being human, you know? Like just don't make it weird, guys. And when I say guys, I mean cishet men. It's usually, not always, but usually cishet men that kind of like ruin everything for anyone, because I think they just are not, they're not used to things that are not for them, right? Not everything is for you. Like when, even though I'm pan, like I don't date a whole bunch of like, I'm going in with a very light champagne-y, like white colored shimmer. I couldn't think of the word shimmer. I kept thinking shellac. I don't know. I'm going in with a very light shimmer, and I'm going to go over this with like a little bit more of a reddish color in just a minute. But I just think that a lot of cishet men are not used to not being the focal point, right? Because for so long, cishet men have been the focal point. They have been like, everything was made for them. So like they don't get that not everything is for them. Now I'm going into the Violet Voss palette, and I'm gonna go into Cranberry Splash to just kind of like redden this up a little bit, make it a little bit more sultry. That's what we're doing. And that's not to say that all cishet men are like that, because obviously nobody's a monolith, and there's a lot of really cool dudes who are very respectful and like they get it. And you know, I'm sure there's gonna be lots of comments like, well, actually, I'm not even gonna get ahead of myself. The first video got like, I think it's been about 6 hours. First video back on YouTube got like 3 views in 4 hours. And I'm like, you know what? That's fine. That's totally fine. I've been gone for like 2 years. So of course somebody's gonna be like, why? And also it was a get ready with me. So in any case, even if somebody does go in and they're like, why are you talking smack about dudes all the time? Blah, blah, blah. Because y'all act up. Y'all act up wherever you are. Not all of you, but enough of you. That's why. So what I did here was I put the Cranberry Splash all over, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get an indie shadow, and I'm going to go in the inner corner with a smaller detail brush, the one we used for the outer corners, and I'm going to put some blue in the inner corners just to, it is this one from Luxie Beauty that is called Cold-Hearted. I love that so much. Not that I love being cold-hearted, but I just love the name of it. This problem with most cishet men is that instead of going and seeking out the people who want the same thing they do, right? Like, go seek out women who want one-night stands. Go seek out women who want like situationships and like casual relationships. Like, why do you have to be in spaces that are not for you, you know? But again, it's because everything has always been for them. And they're like, well, why can't I be here? Why can't I do this? It's like, because it's not for you. If you're someone who doesn't want to be in a relationship, don't present yourself on an app that is more geared towards people who want relationships. Like, and then get mad when people like you're gonna get found out. Like, women are detectives. I don't know why y'all think you can pull one over on us. Like, if before I go out with someone, like, I've looked at your socials. If you don't have socials, I've looked you up on LinkedIn. If you don't have LinkedIn, then I'm reading your profile and I'm like reading between the lines. Like, don't like play with your mama, not me. So I just love like this look. Not everyone's gonna love it. I'm not done blending yet, so calm your bazingas. Just enjoyed being single. I'm at peace. I don't have to, I just don't, I don't need to, I don't need anybody else's like validation. I don't need anybody else's. And some people are like, oh, I really like, you know, having someone to talk to my day about and blah, 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 blah. Talk to your friend. Talk to your girlfriends, talk to your BFF, talk to anyone and everyone that is not somebody who is trying to get something from you. Because the truth is, like, no matter what, if you're on a dating app, you're trying to get something from someone, right? So if for me, for example, I'm looking for someone who will be able to like keep my interest, and somebody who's gonna like have similar interests to me, someone who really loves like literature, somebody who loves like writing and literature and like, you know, good movies and traveling and like likes doing new things and has stuff going on for them and maybe an interesting hobby that I don't know anything about that I could learn about. I'm still trying to find someone to teach me how to play D&D. If there's any of you lovelies out there who play D&D and want to teach me, I would love to do that. Or I think they're called campaigns. So like if somebody was willing to write like a one-off campaign for like anybody to come join on like a day, that would be awesome. We could do a Zoom or something. So I know it's a lot of work though. So I'm still having to blend two foundations together because one of them's way too light and one of them's way too dark for me. But the one that's like way too dark as a mixer is like a trial size, so I'm about to run out of it soon. So I'm hoping the other ones I have in my project pan are gonna be dark enough to do this. Now, if you don't like doing high coverage foundation, you don't like that, do a skin tint or just do a tinted moisturizer or just do moisturizer if you like your skin the way it is. Me, I just like having a more like even canvas, and like I know this looks crazy, but like when I blend it out, it will look better. Like just don't freak out. I know I look like sick right now, so don't freak out. I promise. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. You're like, Stephanie, what is happening? Just trust me. Or don't trust me. You don't have to. Don't believe me, just watch. I hope this doesn't get like striked because of that. But anyway, okay, so this is the look so far. I have not done eyeliner or mascara yet, so I wanted to get the base done first. And now I'm gonna take some liquid contour. You don't have to do liquid contour. You could do powder. We're gonna let it sit for just a little bit before we blend it out, because if you try to blend it out right as you apply, it's just gonna blend away. So you can do it with a beauty blender, which is what I'm gonna do, or you could also do it with an angled dense brush like this too. Maybe I'll do one on each side so you could just kind of see. So this we could probably start blending out.
So this is what it looks like when you blend out with the dense brush there. So you can move it, you want to move it up. So all you're trying to do is carve out your cheekbone. Sometimes it helps if you do this. Or not like a light contour there, it's fine. I'm going to try the other side with Beauty Blender.
So it's not showing up great on camera. In real life, it actually is looking pretty good. Now, that's kind of hard with when you're trying to do a more subtle, like glowy, soft look. It doesn't always translate well on camera. But if I did it to the point where I'm gonna go out after this to Trader Joe's, and if I like got super snatched, then it might look a little bit weird. But what I will show you is what it looks like to go over it with some powder contour. I'm using the Tarte Pro Glow kit, and it's got the shade Chisel in it.
I think that's a highlighter on it.
So if you want it to be a little more snatched, then I would suggest leaving on the liquid contour for a little bit longer than I did. So that way you can still blend it out, but it's not going to blend away because it looks like it sort of did at that point. That is probably user error. That's on me. I gotta test out that product a little bit more. So now I'm gonna do my eyeliner. I actually really have been loving the brown eyeliner, but I really prefer using liquid liner for these kinds of looks. I don't have the brown liquid liner anymore. I actually I hit the mirror. I actually panned it. So I panned the Mad Max Brown in Trooper by KVD Beauty, but I don't have that one. I do have the black one though, so I'm going to use that off camera, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I've done my eyeliner, just fluffy mascara, and I took this Miami mini mix face palette, and with the blush that is called Vice in here, this one, I went in with an eyebrow gel, just a clear eyebrow gel, and let it get a little bit tacky, and then ran that blush through my eyebrows. I actually really love the way this looks because in person, when like the light hits it, you can see, but you like can't really, like, it's not super obvious, right? And I kind of love that. It's sort of like fairy on the down low. I love that. I don't know, I like it. I have this is one of my favorite highlighters. It's called Ever After from Looxie Beauty. And usually what I do with highlighter is I spin my brush around. This actually has some hard pan. If you take a little bit of your brush, when you get hard pan, just like scratch the surface and you get a little setting spray on there. Then highlight your cheekbones and just keep tapping until you have the amount of highlighter you like. That is tap. I usually go from here, like a third into the eye, and then go up the cheekbones. It gives the illusion of you having higher cheekbones than you actually do. So I like doing highlighter first and then doing the blush. I am actually going to use the same pink that we put in our crease. I'm gonna use that as a blush. So it's called Clove in the Grandiose palette. I'm trying to pan this palette this year, so I'm using it in multiple different ways. So usually with contour, you go, for blush, I do.
And I go up. See how it's kind of like hitting the highlighter and mixing with it? I like that look. If you prefer doing the blush first so that the blush sits underneath the highlighter, you can do that too. There's no right or wrong way to do makeup. So, just the way, there's a right or wrong way the way you like it to get your desired effect for sure. But you can do your makeup anyway
you see fit, no matter how old you are. I am almost 40 and I can't tell you how many videos I see of like things women should stop doing in their 30s and 40s for makeup. Like, please, girl, I'm a Sagittarius. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do and ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing. I do like to put a little bit of blush and highlighter on my nose. If I was gonna go out, I would probably do a lip liner underneath this as well, but since I'm only going to go to the store and I don't want to use a product just for the sake of using product, you also could just use this as well. This is the NYX Shine Loud Stay Stunting. I will stay stunting. This one, I like it because it is basically a liquid lipstick, but you apply a gloss over it and then it's basically almost transfer proof. It does take a little while to dry down though, so hold on. And I really don't push your lips together. Now, the gloss can wear down, and if you're eating, you might have to reapply, depending on what you're eating. If you're gonna eat pasta, garlic bread, anything with like a lot of oils, any kind of oil is gonna break down lip products. So if you're gonna go out, just bring it with you, or bring a tinted lip gloss that's much easier to apply. That's usually what I do. And so this is the finished makeup look. So the points that I like the best are the sort of like, now it's sort of, once I blended out that blue, it looks more of like a purplish color. And I'm really digging these eyebrows. I actually might wear this to work tomorrow, y'all. And you definitely can do different lip combo, different whatever. I know it looks like my lips are not like lined correctly. I've actually followed the natural. So if you're like me and you have a thin upper lip, sometimes I am very tempted to like overline them, and like I have a very prominent cupid's bow, but the points are not even. And so if I follow my natural lip line, it doesn't look right. So usually I'll wear liner and I will adjust the line from there. Okay, now I've fixed it. But like the peaks on my face they are not the same size. And if I follow a natural lip line, it looks really weird and I look unsymmetrical, which is not good. Now, if you want to stick around to see what the hair is going to look like for the full final look, be my guest. But if you were just here for the makeup and the chisme and the Valentine's Day weird facts, then have a great night. But if you want to see the hair, stick around. So I've straightened my hair and I'm gonna go in with Beach Babe Texturizing Sea Salt Spray. And look, I know all you like Gen Zers and alphas are like, millennials, give up your like side part. No. Listen, skinny jeans are the new mom jeans, even though I'm not a mom. I get that, I accept my fate. I'm not wearing the baggy jeans, okay? It took a lot of time to lose the weight that I actually lost. And even though I still look like a sausage stuffed into things, I am very proud of the things that I did, and I'm not showing it to the world. So also, you should switch your side part from time to time, like what side it's on, which kills me because I only have like one good side, y'all. I only have like one good side. Focus on the ends. If you are like me and have really dry hair, focus the spray on the ends and then scrunch to save your life. Scrunch to save your life. Oh my god, I'm getting a slack right now. It's Sunday, y'all.
It is Sunday. So, what is it? Focus on the ends here, and then you're going to scrunch to give yourself some volume.
Did I buy these as an act of rebellion? Yes. Yes, I did. Because, and a lot of you young folks won't understand this, but I bought these earrings a long time ago when wearing big hoop earrings was seen as not classy. Like, you just like, you were a gang member, you were whatever, especially if you were Latino. You were told that it was unprofessional to wear big hoops. I have always loved the way that big hoops looked and made me feel. Like, I just always felt like so chismosa. like doing it. And would I go out like this? Yes, but the only problem is these are too big and they hit my shoulders. So they're really only good for the aesthetic, like for the gram. I have to take them off before I go out because I can't like move my head. Like I can't do it. I need a slightly smaller ones. I really want the ones that have like your name in them. So this is my finished like Valentine's Day look. Just my kind of like, I'm gonna go out with the girls, or I'm gonna go out on a cute date, or I'm gonna take myself out on a cute date. This is what I would do. I'm also wearing my cute like little pink activewear top as well. It's a crop top, so I would wear something probably a little bit like a little bit more covering underneath it, just because I'm not at the place yet where I can wear crop tops comfortably in public. Like I'm not there with myself. If you are someone who can do it and you want to rock it, like there is nothing wrong with that. Like there's nothing wrong with having a belly and wearing a crop top. There's nothing, but because of my internalized fat phobia and because of my body issues, I just can't do it. But I think I look really pretty and I feel really confident and I feel really good. So I'm gonna go to Trader Joe's and I'm gonna take the earrings off first because they're hitting the shoulders. Like they are like, yeah, you can see they're hitting the collarbone there every time I move. So I probably can't like drive like this. But I really like the way this look came out, and it actually looks really cute in real life too. It's actually very rare to find like the balance of a look that translates on camera and one that looks like okay in real life. And this one actually looks good in both, so I'm excited about it. I'm really proud of myself, so yay me. I hope that you have an amazing Valentine's Day. I hope that you take this time to write out at least 3 things that you really love about yourself. Not about what you do, not about the things you do for other people, but about you. Because those are the things, like maybe there are things that nobody else sees, nobody else does, nobody else hears that are for you. They are you, and there will never be another you. I love you so much, lovelies, and I hope you have an amazing week. Bye.